Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Group 6, and the Honorable Miss Dia Supraba as a lecturer error analysis. Before we presentations, let me introduce myself and my team. My name is Bunga Marika Putri as the moderator and the first speaker, and Anita Febiana Putri as the third speaker, and Wulan Asriani as the second speaker. Today we will presentations about error analysis, a source, causes, and significance. Next, please. Okay, I want to explain about introduce to error analysis, definitions, objective, relevant of error analysis. Next, please. Okay, number one is the definition. Error analysis, or AL, is the systematic of study of errors made by language learners in both spoken and written communications. It seeks to identify, describe, classify, and explain error to gain insight into the learning process and the challenge learners face. Number two is objectivist. A. Understand learners' difficult. Error analysis helps identify mistakes that are often made by learners so that teachers can understand specific areas that are difficult for them. For example, grammar, pronunciations, or sentence structure errors reflect aspects that have not been mastered by learners. By understanding these difficult, teachers can design learning strategies that are more suitable for the needs of students. B. Provide feedback to improve learning. Through error analysis, teacher can provide directed and constructive feedback to learners. Instead of just pointing out the mistake, the teacher can also explain the reason for the mistake and how to fix it. This feedback helps students realize their mistakes and improve their skill gradually. C is enhance teaching methodologies. By studying student error patterns, teachers can evaluate and adapt their teaching methods. If certain mistakes often appear among students, it can indicate that the approach or teaching material needs to be improved. Thus, error analysis functions as a reflection tool for teachers to increase the effectiveness of their teaching. These goals support each other in creating a more effective learning process and is a short on student needs. Number three is relevance. A, help bridge gaps in learning. Error analysis plays an important role in identifying specific areas where learners experience difficult or lack of understanding. By knowing the error pattern, teachers can develop learning strategies that are specially designed to overcome the gap. To ensure that students get attention to the aspect of the language the most need improvement so that learning becomes more focused and efficient. B is contributes to theories of second language acquisition, or SLA. Error analysis to provide insight into how second language learner process and internalize the language rules. Data from error analysis can be used to develop or validate theories in second language acquisition. For example, certain error patterns may reflect a negative transfer from the first language or L1 or a certain stage of development in learning a second language or L2. Thus, error analysis is not only useful practically in teaching, but also theoretically in language research. This relevant place error analysis as an important tool in the scope of language learning and research, linking pedagogical practice with the scientific development in the field of language acquisitions. Okay, maybe for the next slide will be explained by Ulan Astriani. Ulan, time is yours. Thank you.
Okay, now I will explain about types of error. There are two sorts of errors. The first is intralingual transfer, and the second is intralingual transfer. The first is intralingual transfer. This influence the learner first language and then common in early stage of learning second language. Example, L1 syntax or phonology directly applies to L2. Example, for example, is a writing like apple occurs because the learner uses the grammar pattern of the first language. It may not require the subject and predicate to be adjusted. For example, in some language, there is no addition of s for the singular form because it could be like apple. And the second is intralingual transfer. This application of L2 rules is within the language and then often occurs in the intermediate stage of learning. Examples like overgeneralization, we use in the form good as the past tense of go, but it should be when because using all the past tense verbs can simply be added ed methods of structure. And the second is methods of structure, using the wrong pattern such as I am understand. Should be I understand because of the misunderstanding that author might have to be. And now I will explain about cause of error. There are four causes of error. The first lack of knowledge, second performance error, third initiative failure, and fourth virtualization. First is lack of error. These errors occur because students don't yet understand the rules, grammar, vocabulary, or structure in the language during study. Example, he flew yesterday. This the wrong grammar because the past tense of the verb is played. This error occurs because students don't yet know or has not mastered the role of changing verbs to indicate action, past time. And secondary performance error. This error is temporary and is caused by external factors such as fatigue, lack of concentration, or distraction while speaking or writing. For example, like forgetting to mention the subject in a sentence. For example, when saying is raining outside. it should be. It is raining outside. This error occurs because students don't know, but rather because they are not focused or in a hurry. And the third is limited exposure. This error occurs because students don't interact enough with native speakers or don't use authentic learning materials such as original text or everyday conversation. Example like mispronunciation or using idioms. For example, like students say it's raining box and text. And the correct idiom is it's raining box and box, which means it's raining very hard. This error occurs because students rarely hear or use the idiom in real context. And last, there is fossilizations. This error occurs continuously until they become habit, even though the student has been corrected many times. This usually happens to students who are adults or have studied the language for a long time without correcting certain errors. Example, like he doesn't know. This sentence is incorrect because the correct form is uh, example is he don't know. This sentence is correct because the correct form is he doesn't know. Even though they are corrected many times, students may continue to use the incorrect form because they are used it or feel comfortable with it. I don't know. Dan sendiri itu bunga. Nah,
Okay, thank you, Lan, for your good explanations. And next slide will be present by Anita Febiana Putri. Anita, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Bu Malika, for the time. Now I will explain about significance of error. There is four aspects for significance of error. At first, there is for learners. For learners, error could be recognized their own mistakes and self-correct and build confidence through target practice. Number two, there is for teachers, gain insight into student challenge and tailor lesson plans to address common errors. And number three, there is for research, inform linguistic theories and SLA models to understand how language are learned or acquired. And the last, there is practical implication, development of better language teaching materials, and there is an enhanced cross-cultural communication and understanding. For teachers, error analysis has been highlighted as significant for various stakeholders. For teachers, is help identify specific areas where learners struggle and then provide insight into learner struggle process and interlanguage. And for learners, is enable them to recognize and address their weakness and facilitates improvement through feedback and correction. For research, significance of error offer insights into how language are learned and contribute to the development of more effective second language acquisition. And number four, inform the creation of material that target common error and then enhance teaching method. Okay, next. Models error for analysis. Step in analyzing learners' error. Further identified a model for error analysis, which include this stage. Number one is collection. Number two, identifying and describing. And then there is explaining. And the last there is evaluating or correcting the errors. Okay, now step one, we can collect the error learner on the learner activity, and then we can identify about the problem what's the problem in the learner process, and then we describing and explaining about the problem, and then we can go to evaluating and correcting the errors. Okay, maybe that's all for me. I give it back to Una.
Okay, thank you, Anita, for your good explanation. And the next agenda is question and answer session. Maybe untuk question and answer session nanti di komen YouTube atau Zoom bersama Miss Diah. Next, please, Anita. Okay, and the next session is conclusion. Error analysis is a systematic process of identifying, describing, and understanding the errors made by language learners, often stemming from the influence of the first language, interlingual, target language rules, intralingual, learning context, or communication strategies. The primary causes of error include a lack of understanding of language rules, overgeneralization, a limited exposure to the authentic context, and fossilizations. This analysis is highly significant as it helps learners recognize and correct their weakness, provide teacher with insight to develop more effective teaching method, and offer researcher valuable data to advance second language acquisition or SEA theories. Thus, error analysis serves as an essential tool for enhancing the quality of language learner. Next, please. And maybe that's all from us for the presentations. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi